Financial freedom. It's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot, doesn't it? On social media, in advertisements, in conversations with friends dreaming of a different life. But what does it actually mean? For so many of us, the words conjure up a very specific, and I would argue, a very misleading image. Our minds immediately jump to the highlight reels we see every day. The gleaming sports cars parked in front of sprawling mansions, the infinity pools overlooking exotic landscapes, the designer clothes and extravagant parties. We've been conditioned by decades of clever marketing, Hollywood fantasies, and the carefully curated feeds of social media influencers to believe that this is the pinnacle of success. But I'm here to tell you that this vision isn't just an illusion, it's a trap. It's a hamster wheel called the hedonic treadmill, where the more you get, the more you want, and the finish line of enough keeps moving further away. This chase for external validation often leads to more debt, more pressure, and ironically, less freedom. The truth is, genuine financial freedom is something much deeper, far more personal, and infinitely more practical. It's not about the size of your house, but the peace of mind you feel within its walls. It's not about the price tag on your car, but the journey it allows you to take without worry. And the best part? It is so much more achievable than the fantasy of becoming a billionaire. It's within your reach, right now, regardless of your starting point. So let's strip away the noise. At its core, financial freedom is not about being rich in the way society defines it. It's not a competition. It's about engineering a life where money is no longer the primary driver of your decisions, and more importantly, no longer a constant source of underlying stress. Think about that for a moment. Imagine a life where the knot in your stomach doesn't tighten when you open your banking app. A life where an unexpected car repair is an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. Imagine your daily decisions being guided by your values, your passions, and your well-being, instead of being dictated by the fear of overdue bills, the pressure of credit card debt, or the desperate wait for the next paycheck. Financial freedom is the power to say no to a project that compromises your integrity. It's the power to say yes to taking a lower-paying job that fills you with purpose. It's the ability to take a year off to be with your newborn child, to care for an ailing parent, or to simply travel the world with a backpack. That is living life on your own terms. It is the ultimate form of self-respect. Now, we arrive at one of the biggest, most pervasive myths in personal finance, the idea that you need to earn a six-figure salary to even begin thinking about financial freedom. This is fundamentally untrue. I want you to burn this into your brain. Your income is a tool, but it is not the determining factor of your freedom. Your financial habits are. Freedom is forged not in the size of your paycheck, but in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. It's about financial discipline, a skill that, like any other, can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Over the years, I've had conversations with people from all walks of life. I've met teachers, artists, and mechanics earning what many would consider a modest income, say $2,000 or $3,000 a month. Yet they are some of the freest people I know. They live in homes they can afford. They have no consumer debt. They have savings. And most importantly, they sleep soundly at night. Their lives are rich with experiences, not possessions. On the flip side, I've met doctors, lawyers, and executives earning $20,000 a month or more who are in reality prisoners. They are shackled by massive mortgages, luxury car payments, private school tuition, and the immense pressure to maintain an image of wealth. They are drowning in debt, suffocated by stress, and trapped in high-pressure jobs they secretly hate. The key difference isn't their income, it's their mindset, their habits, and their definition of enough. I like to break the journey to financial freedom down into three distinct, achievable stages. Think of it like climbing a mountain. You don't just appear at the summit, you ascend one base camp at a time. The first stage, the foundational base camp, is security. This is where you build your fortress against life's chaos. Security means you can cover all your essential living expenses, your rent or mortgage, your food, your utilities, your transportation, without anxiety. It means you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Crucially, it also means you have a dedicated emergency fund. This isn't investment money. It's your life happens fund. It's the money that covers a sudden job loss, an unexpected medical bill, or a broken-down car, preventing a small setback from becoming a full-blown financial crisis. Achieving this stage alone lifts an incredible psychological weight. It's the first taste of real freedom. The second stage, our next base camp, is independence. This is where you move from defense to offense. Independence is achieved when your basic living expenses are covered by income sources that don't require you to trade your time for money, hour by hour. This is the realm of passive or semi-passive income. Maybe it's rental income from a property, dividends from your stock portfolio, royalties from a book you wrote, or revenue from an online business that runs without your constant presence. At this stage, if you were to lose your main job, you wouldn't panic. You'd have a robust safety net that could support you for months or even years. This gives you immense bargaining power in your career and in your life. You're no longer dependent on a single employer for your survival. You have options. And finally, the summit, absolute freedom. This is the stage where work becomes a choice, not a necessity. Your investments, your businesses, and your passive income streams generate enough money to cover not just your basic needs, but your desired lifestyle, indefinitely. You don't have to work another day in your life unless you genuinely want to. This doesn't mean you'll sit on a beach all day, though you certainly could. For most, it means having the complete autonomy to dedicate your time, your life's most precious asset, to whatever you find most meaningful. You can start a non-profit, mentor young entrepreneurs, master a musical instrument, or simply be fully present with your family. This is the ultimate goal. Most people get stuck thinking only about stage 1, but the real life-altering magic happens when you set your sights on stage 3 and build the systems to get there. Let's make this crystal clear with 2 quick stories. Meet Alex. Alex is a high flyer, earning $10,000 a month. Sounds great, right? But Alex also has expenses of $9,500 a month. The fancy apartment, the leased luxury car, the designer wardrobe, the expensive dinners. It all adds up. Alex saves only $500 a month, a tiny fraction of that huge income. On the surface, Alex looks successful, but in reality, Alex is living on a financial knife's edge. One missed paycheck, one unexpected layoff, and the entire house of cards comes tumbling down. Now, meet Ben. Ben earns a more modest $3,000 a month, but Ben has intentionally designed a life with low expenses, spending only $1,500 a month. Ben lives simply but comfortably. Every single month, Ben saves and invests the other $1,500. That's a 50% savings rate. While Alex is trapped on the treadmill, Ben is quietly building a fortress of financial independence. Within a few years, Ben's investments will generate enough passive income to provide a safety net that Alex, despite the massive income, can only dream of. Remember, it's not about what you make, it's about the gap you create and what you do with it. That gap is your shovel for digging your way to freedom. Money is a tool. It's a renewable resource. You can always make more money. But the real currency of your life, the one thing you can never get back, is time. Every hour you spend in a job you hate, stressed about bills, is an hour of your one precious life that is gone forever. When you're financially free, you buy back your time. You can spend it with family, travel when you want, focus on your health, or start projects you truly care about. You no longer have to work for people you don't respect or stay in situations that drain your soul. So how do you begin this journey? It can feel overwhelming, but it starts with a single step. If you're serious, here's your starting plan. First, become the detective of your own finances. For the next 30 days, track every single dollar you spend. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or a simple notebook. Don't judge, just observe. This isn't about making you feel guilty. It's about replacing ignorance with awareness. You cannot change what you do not measure. Second, conduct a value audit on your spending. Once you see where your money is going, ask a simple question for each expense. Does this truly add value to my life and align with my goal of freedom? You'll be shocked at how much you spend on things that don't matter. Unused subscriptions, daily coffees that add up to hundreds, impulse buys. Be ruthless. Every dollar you reclaim is a dollar you can put to work for your future self. Third, build your Murphy's Law fund. Before you even think about investing, build a small emergency fund. Your first goal is just $500 or $1,000. Put it in a separate savings account and don't touch it. This is your buffer. It will protect you from the small emergencies that derail so many people, forcing them into high-interest debt. Finally, start planting seeds for your future. Begin investing, even if it's just $25 a week into a low-cost index fund. The amount is less important than the habit. Let the magic of compound interest start working for you. And simultaneously, start learning skills that can create new income streams down the line. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't need to have it all figured out. What matters is that you start. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today. Everything I share here is based on my own personal journey, my research, and my observations. I'm not a certified financial advisor, so please view this as educational and motivational. Ultimately, what you do with this information is your choice and your responsibility. Some people will hear this message, nod and click away, changing nothing. Others will feel a spark. They'll take it seriously and begin to change their lives, one small decision at a time. This is that moment. The choice is yours. In the next episode, we'll dive deep into the engine of financial independence, the critical difference between active and passive income. Understanding this concept is the key that will unlock your entire financial future. I am Mr. Freedom, and this is your path to true freedom.